This is a small little wetland area with a stream and lots of plastic and styrofoam and other trash. So don't have to go far in the world to see plastic trash and pollution all over the place. And I'm thinking that in the developed countries like the States, like in Europe, wealthier nations where people rely on volunteers to clean up a lot of the plastic trash, would be a good idea to have volunteer cleanups at the same time they're doing volunteer cleanups, be the sponsors for overseas programs in developing countries where there's a lot of poverty and few can afford to be volunteers. So maybe where there are volunteer cleanups, like it's needed, like in the stream area, in this little forest preserve area, but where you have voluntary cleanups, you match that to programs overseas where money is raised to employ people in developing nations where there's a lot of poverty, and many developing nations have huge amounts of plastic pollution. So combine the volunteer projects with a fundraising effort to sponsor overseas projects where people are employed to remove the plastic pollution, because overseas, especially in poor countries and in many developing countries, volunteerism is not effective. It's not the way to go. People need work desperately and the environment needs to be cleaned, and the best way to accomplish this is to employ people. Regarding technology, there's a lot of publicity about technology and going to the garbage patches and removing the garbage from there, but the fact of the matter is almost all the plastic disperses, never makes it to the garbage patches. And if people think there's an easy miracle solution to this problem, they're sadly mistaken. I'm not opposed to technology to get plastic out of the garbage patches, but if that's being used as a way to divert resources and energy so things continue the way they are, and you don't have programs where impoverished people are employed, then it's not going to be to the greater good. The most effective way to get plastic pollution out of the environment that's already in the environment is to hire people, disadvantaged people in developing countries, and have them clean up the plastic pollution.